Last time on Metanoia Blues, Kai and Blossom return to the crew of the Storm Chaser with provisions in tow to a mixed welcome. People have been patched up best they can after the fight, but morale is flagging among the pirates. Distributing food and weapons lifts their spirits somewhat. Kai has a one-on-one conversation with Gardenia about the nature of En's power, and he ends up hooking her with a tidbit about the involvement of a Fjarlan. However, details will have to wait until they have a contract in place. Kai also contacts both Luca and Willow, but in the guise of En. A lie to prevent their friends from worrying. Kai then joins the Storm Chasers around the campfire for a round of proper introductions. Kai introduces himself as a monster hunter, and the conscientious part of him, named Thale, sympathizes with the crew's troubling situation. He offers to disengage if it would make things easier, but Emma Brightwind proclaims that she would rather have the monster on her side than not. Some of the crew vocally agree with her, but not all. Meanwhile, Luca is brought along to join the living members of Fort Fathomless, to investigate the failing in the spell engine. The Castellan gives Luca back his weapons with an ultimatum. They proceed down into the industrial chambers, and Luca accompanies Wolfrun in inspecting the area for potential damage. Aware that En sabotaged the spell engine, Luca does his best to waste as much time as possible in searching the room. He and Wolfrun narrowly avoid a deadly explosion from the lightning capacitators, which triggers a complete shutdown of the spell engine. Fort Fathomless is now defenseless. Luca tells En via Farscribe that the engine is shut down. Kai seizes the opportunity, and the crew of the Storm Chaser leaps into action. Over on the Krakenslayer, Willow is dozing on their desk when a sudden bout of turbulence wakes them from memories of their younger self. They rush to the elemental engine, only to find Coulton already there. The last time the two of them spoke was during their spar in the mess that ended in an ugly argument where Willow poured out their long-suppressed rage at Coulton. The atmosphere between them is incredibly tense as they independently try to troubleshoot the problem with the dual-core engine. It turns out that the two elementals are not working together in tandem, and the desynchronization is causing irregularities in the airship's speed. An irritating parallel to their own situation, Willow realizes. The two pirates speak tersely, but remain civil. The two of them decide to set their tension aside and work together. Coulton and Willow shake on it, or else they might end up with two fallen airships on their combined hands. We see the interior of the Krakenslayer's elemental engine room when Varys comes over the intercom and says, "Hello? Anyone there?"
Are we still mid-handshake? Am I still mid-handshake with Coulton?
Yeah, I'd say so. Do you want to roll initiative about it?
What are we rolling initiative for?
Who gets to answer
responding
Varys
to Varys?
first? Yeah.
Oh my god. I was gonna say, I'm imagining we're mid-handshake. We had all of that tension build up and all of the Coulton just dropped the two fallen airships on our hands business, yeah.
Yeah.
It's lightning eye vision. What am I trying to say here?
We
are glaring at each other. Yes.
Anime energy bolt between the two of you.
Yes. And then I think Varys' voice cuts through with the hello that just doesn't get rid of the tension, but it certainly, I feel like both of our eyes are flickering at the intercom. It does kind of ruin the whatever. It's fine.
It is a little bit of a wet rag.
Yes.
Would you say that Varys threw off your groove
He didn't not throw off my groove. Yeah. So yes, we'll roll initiative. Do we just roll this normal? Oh wait, I get advantage on initiative, don't I? Does that count?
You do get advantage on initiative because of your sword. So, but Coulton rolls normal.
But I'm not attacking anything. Okay.
No, it's just a fuck's sake, nat 1 from Coulton. Great job. This really sets the scene. So Coulton is about to Coulton is I think hears Varys's voice and just reality starts to open his mouth to answer. I think he genuinely kind of forgot that Varys was talking to him at all.
Coulton's that one's like, who's that? Who the fuck is on my intercom? I think Willow does that sharp right, left, and then I'm imagining. I know that this intercom probably works hands-free, right? Does it?
You just push a button and talk into the trumpet.
I love the idea of those phones that are two separate cups, one you talk to and then one you hold up to your ear.
Yeah, that is kind of what I'm picturing.
For if you want to make it less of a speakerphone situation and more of a personal one-to-one, that Willow can pick it off the wall. Can I take advantage of Coulton's nat 1 for that?
Yes.
Cool, because I want to have this conversation privately.
Yep. Cool. You swipe up the speaker and you are able to have a private chat with Varys, although Coulton is still in the room and able to listen to your side of the conversation.
Yes, with all the energy of me taking a phone call in the middle of a meeting.
Yeah.
Willow's facing the wall. Hi, Varys. Sorry for the delay.
Oh,
you said there was a turbulence?
I wasn't sure if there was something there's some kind of irregularity in the elemental ring in our propulsion.
Are you sure it's not just your dragon?
Varys is going to roll an insight check. Yeah, that's a 21. Quite sure.
I was going to say, if I hear a long enough silence, Willow starts kind of laughing and says, no, it's not your driving. It's the engine. There's something internally wrong with the ship. But, and they look over their shoulder at Coulton, we were just about to talk to you all about that.
I think you catch a slight eye roll from Coulton. But he's, picking himself up in the sense of, a little bit of preening before he's preparing to go face people. It's a totally subconscious thing of let me just straighten out my coat and such.
Yeah. He can probably get a head start. I'm still on the phone. Cause I feel like he's nearest to the door.
Yeah, I think he's starting to head out the door.
Okay. I think if he's starting to head out, Willow's also going to be well, I don't want to be following, right? I should be going out too. Yeah. Yes. I need to explain what's happening. Engine-wise.
Actually,
or what?
Rewind a little bit. I think you still need to suss out what exactly you're going to tell the crew amongst the two of you. So I don't think Coulton is leaving just yet.
Okay. So he's waiting expectantly then?
Yeah, I think he's waiting to talk to you.
Okay.
And I think he's examining the engine again.
Okay. Yeah, Willow would just finish off the phone call. Hold steady. Good work. And hang up.
You hear an aye from Varys.
Aye, and then he's hung up on. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Coulton looks across at you and says, let's put our heads together then. And I would like you to determine who among you is going to lead this role in investigating how to fix the discrepancy between the elementals.
May I suggest my thinking?
Yes.
Well, I might actually suggest it via Willow, but I don't think it's going to be a roll because this is just something I've been thinking.
Okay.
Okay, I think Willow's analyzing the engine, and they'll say, if there was something fundamentally wrong with the two elementals, then you would know this. You spoke to them. That doesn't appear to be the problem. However, that means that anything else aboard the ship could be the problem.
I think Coulton like nods to himself, like he's following your logic.
Any part of the elemental matrix could have fallen out of sync. It could be resulting in this, but it could be as a result of the earlier troubles. It could be as a result of not enough troubleshooting at the outset. After all, this is its first flight. So we need to check the rest of the ship. If the problem isn't in here, it's probably everywhere else.
Sounds right.
Usually is.
Does a little scoff, just like, okay. I get it. You're smart.
That came out of Willow without even like a second of a breath of a thought. Sounds right. Yep, usually am. Okay.
We're supposed to be civil.
We're so civil. Willow's arms folded.
Civil
They're
war.
looking away in the. They're looking away in a way like, look, I said that, but it wasn't that bad. It's okay. She's not, you know.
No, it's not that big a deal, but it is like a. It is funny.
It is
in
annoying.
a petty
Yes.
way.
Yes.
I think Coulton says, aside from the Matrix, might also be an issue of them being different elementals.
The hardware? The pace.
The pace.
Right.
Willow, if you would like to give me an Arcana check at flat.
Flat?
Yeah.
Like that ass.
12. No one here has got a flat ass. I'm so sorry. Kai took it all.
Kai took all the
actually-
anti-ass.
Yeah.
Negative
Anti-ass
ass.
cannon.
Anti-ass. Even Claptrap's caked up. Hate to say, I'm so sorry.
Well, yeah, he has to like squat around the engine and stuff. So
That's
he would
not
have
why he's
squat
caked up.
cake.
He's an old man. He's an old little
so
old
it's
man. But
sagging.
some people are, some people just have ass.
Okay,
doesn't have
fine.
to
I
get
didn't
it at the
realize you were
gym.
such a staunch Claptrap ass supporter.
The trap isn't the only thing that's clapping.
I reckon Varys has a lovely bum, as an aside.
Oh yes, absolutely.
I'm sure
Yeah.
Duncan would agree.
To visit a hag about, right? It didn't reach the
Yeah.
journals, but we know it to be
Has
true.
to visit a hag about. That's what we're putting on his grinder.
Oh my god. Okay, sorry. Where are we at again? Tension.
Tension. Willow just rolled a
Yeah.
12 Arcana check. You think it might be possible to calculate a way to tune the elementals and their like the output gauges for them to a frequency that might not be identical but will harmonize.
Right. Okay. So the way I'm imagining this too. So now how Willow's picturing this. Welcome to my mind palace. No, I'm joking. Willow's imagining at the center of the ship, like imagine the basic line drawing of the ship. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At the center of it is the engine room. Radiating out from it is all of these lines. And they're just like, plain lines. But then on some cases, it's like a pulse in the middle. There's a blue one and there's an orange one. And they're both going at different times. Now Will is
Yes.
imagining if we can identify the pulse rate and then we can figure out what parts of the ship, we can figure out what parts of the ship are impacting the rate of the pulse, or what we can adjust to manually impact the pulse rate, right?
Yeah.
Which kind of takes into account weather gauging and like the actual function of an element, how it moves through a certain type of material, how the nodes are interacting with it, how the matrix interacts with it.
Yeah, I think we see a visual of like the circuit board of the elemental matrix, seeing the pulses of blue and orange and like in little like waves, and we can see the moments in like Willow's mind where the waves meet in like a peak in a valley and like flatten out against each other, or a trough and go like deeper, or a peak and a peak and go like higher. So but these things aren't happening in a predictable, orderly manner, which is causing the turbulence.
Yes.
They are out of phase with each other.
Okay.
But you think you can find a way to calculate what the harmonious rhythm would be for the two of them.
And then implement it around the aforementioned network of
Yes.
every elemental element that makes up this ship. That makes it an elemental airship.
Yes.
Okay. Good thought, Coulton. I'm not going to say that out loud, but I think you can tell that Will is kind of like thinking and arrived at a conclusion, and also that maybe they're visualizing it differently, but it is the conclusion that he was communicating to them.
Yep. Yeah, I think Coulton does not visualize in terms of machinery.
No.
But Willow does.
Yes. Okay, no, that's a good visual for them to hold in their mind, because then it also gives us places around the ship that are good for everyone to check. I think Willow will say that out loud, actually. We have a small crew, but we need everyone on deck and throughout. Basically, I think Willow's kind of figured out what formula in their mind is going to give them the answers, but they need everyone in the crew to give them the numbers.
Yes.
And I'm imagining in their mind now they are... Can you show me the Krakenslayer map, actually?
Yeah, let me do that. Here we are.
Yay, lovely boat. So yes, Willow is visualizing the shape of the Krakenslayer. And in their minds, so say you can't see the actual diagram here, but you know that there is a central point, which is over the heart of the ship, which is the engine.
Mm-hmm.
And then a cross section going from the back to the front. We have 6 members of crew. Willow's going to probably have to stay at the heart of the engine. Coulton is probably going to have to stay at the wheel in a lot of the senses, but he also can fly. Mei is agile. I saw her walking on the struts before. I know she can get around. Bjorn knows this ship well. Claptrap knows this ship well. Claptrap would be handy probably along the middle section. Bjorn can be at the front section. Mei can be at the front section. Bjorn can be at the middle. Bjorn can be on the right side. Claptrap can be on the left side. Varys can also be assessing the middle strut. Coulton driving. Willow engine. Fishdog. Forgot Fishdog was here. Fishdog's helping Varys, right?
So far it has been helping Varys to steer, yes.
Yes, but if Coulton's at the wheel, then Fishdog can also be of assistance. Perhaps to me, actually.
Yeah, that would work.
For some reason, it feels like I had a dream where I failed horribly until Fishdog helped me, so... I also imagine, like, Willow's got this little map in their mind that's like, okay, Bjorn there, Claptrap here. Mei can run back and forth. She's young like that, like, you know, she can be the message relay. This is also what yelling is for, you know, it's a ship.
Yes.
It's gonna be loud. Varys center, because he's not going to know what to do on his own, so it's handy if he can, like, you know, reach both Claptrap and Bjorn. Okay, Willow engine, Coulton wheel. Coulton also got the surrounding. I can't use spider climb again. I think there's some time in this when you see like a little mind map of Willow positioning everybody, There's like the visual of like a screen shaky glitch, because they are still so tired. I feel like at this point their brain should be short-circuiting. So should I be rolling something? Because certainly I did just plot all that out, but I feel like Willow should have a consequence.
I think you're still tired is the consequence. Like, you've been napping, you've been catching fragments of sleep. You've been trying to rest where you can. It's just that you still have not had the chance to fully recover. And you're like down spell slots and so on. So I don't think you need a special consequence for figuring out what the optimal location for everybody is. Yeah.
I think it's when I start thinking of like what they will be doing at those places, like how to read it. Mayme's gonna have to learn very quickly. Here's how you read something that is like not a dial per se. It's kind of a visual. It's very advanced knowledge, I feel, which you can learn as a part of the crew, and you would learn. But this is her first day.
Yep.
It's also Varys' first day, but at least
Varys had a crash course.
Oh, he did. I taught him in Orthos. Yeah.
So it's his second day. He's doing a lot better than she is.
Yeah. And she's here as an assassin. He's a pirate, so
yeah. I'm sure it's fine.
He's a nice boy of the pirates, but he is still a pirate. He's a scoundrel and a bitch. We know this.
An honorable pirate, let's say.
Okay.
And what an ass!
Fat ass!
And the wingspan of an albatross.
What? Oh, man. This is Varys after we're done propagandizing for him. We, the players, not anyone in the actual game. Anyway, I think Coulson sees Willow like clearly piecing it all together, and then they get a bit of like a visual headache, and then readjust. I'm gonna say my little consequence is just that he sees that like eyebrow movement of like whoop, head hurt.
Coulson will say, "All right, I'll get all hands on deck then."
Willow nods.
He starts to leave, looks over his shoulder.
At what?
You!
Willow's side look at him is, at what?
You're part of the crew.
Oh.
You're part of all hands.
Our hands. Jenkins, shut up. I'm gonna roll an insight check because I didn't even think about that. Yeah. I rolled a 7. I don't think Willie gets it.
Coulson says, "You coming?"
Yeah. Willow doesn't say it out loud, but they're like, yo. Like, he can tell they've received the message. They will also join.
Yep. He walks ahead. And I think we see the crew of the Krakenslayer assembled not long after. Just under the top deck. The weather is still a little drizzly, cold, damp, despite being a summer day. You're heading far north. You've just crossed on the other side of Stone Spur and are starting to head back over. I think you're like approaching the coast of Stone Spur. So you can see the horizon where the ocean is. As Coulson has called everybody to attention.
Can I just say, I feel like the fresh air hits Willow like they've never breathed it before. It feels like they've been under for ages.
Yeah. It's brisk. Especially if so high up in the sky where the winds move quite quickly. It doesn't get very warm up here. Even with the shelter of like the wind wards, the ambient temperature is quite cool, I would say. So refreshing compared to the heat of the elemental engine room.
Yeah. I went from fighting in the mess to sitting in the engine room to napping in the engine room to fighting with a bird to napping in my room, traveling 6 years back in time, coming back here. Another tense conversation in the engine room. Yeah, it does certainly feel like the first time I've stepped out of my room in
weeks.
Years. Yeah. Ugh.
Willow, give me a little perception or an insight check. Give me a vibe check for the crew.
Oh, I rolled a double 20.
20. Ooh, very nice.
Dirty.
Okay.
20/20 vision, bruh. At disadvantage.
Yeah. Very nice. Yeah. Everyone is assembled. I think the most notable thing to you is that Mei is sort of glancing between the three oldies thoughtfully, and then looking at you, and then looking at Coulton. Eyes sort of assessing the room in a way.
Okay.
As Coulton has called the crew together, and will say, something's up with the engine. It's brand new technology. So I need all hands on deck to work out the kinks and collaborate with our artificer here. Make sure we get there in record time.
I rolled a double 20. What's everyone's vibe at the moment? Like, not just Mei's. What are the old chaps doing?
Varys is keeping steady. I think the general mood is steady. Head down, been working. I think for Bjorn, you can see there's definitely that little bit of anxiety of ooh, are things going okay? He's clearly worried about you and Coulton as people.
Yeah, I feel like Coulton calling me the artificer made Bjorn go, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not their name. Any of their 5 names.
No, that's their rank. Just
rank, please. This is a rankless ship. It's
your role.
My profession, yes.
I think Claptrap, by comparison, is way more concerned about the ship itself.
Right.
And I think you get a little bit of the habitual bristle of what am I, chopped liver, when Coulton calls you the artificer.
Well, he's the carpenter, isn't he?
Yeah.
He doesn't want me to say that out loud, I assume. I know better than to say that out loud.
Yeah, I mean, Claptrap kind of does both a little bit, but primarily he is concerned more with the structure than the fine workings. So, yes, technically carpenter.
Look, the words mean very little. I was like, technically, that's probably why it doesn't work quite right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's very loosey-goosey. This isn't a naval ship. People take on tasks that are there.
Yeah.
Anyone could cook. It's just, are you good at cooking?
Yeah. Anybody can help peel potatoes, but
yeah.
Everybody will work. Everybody does everything a little bit, but it's who has fields of expertise, and you have this field of expertise.
I'll do.
So yeah, you can see that Claptrap by far is most concerned about the ship itself. You can see him assessing the elemental ring and squinting at the turbulence as it sort of oscillates a little bit between gouts of fire tornado and such.
I do love that you probably get the visual of it isn't exactly orange and blue the way that Willow was imagining it in their mind, but you get the little spurts of fire kind of coming out of this wind tunnel around the elemental ring. Yeah. Also, as it gets dark, and I imagine it feels a bit more like a perilous windstorm that we're just standing very close to.
Yeah.
It's got that precariousness is extended to the entire ship. The same precariousness, the imbalance, and I think Claptrap as well. As someone who's quite old, sorry, and quite attuned to
fair.
airships, he's probably got that intuition as well that Willow does respect.
Yeah.
However, I don't think Willow's clued in yet that Coulton's waiting on them to speak to the crew. They're kind of just like in the habit, at least, of quietly assessing everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, especially with like a 20 perception,
yeah,
there's like a significant pause of them sort of quietly analyzing the situation.
Yeah. I think Coulton gives you like a significant beat before he says, "So where do you need everybody?"
Oh, and now Willow remembers that they're here. Not just observing, part of the crew. And do you mind if we do this reported? Because Willow did already talk through the logic before. I am imagining the shot of Willow beginning to now direct people to where they're needed. Rather, Coulton's kind of directing them, because I think this might go like hand in hand.
Yeah.
Willow has to explain why they're there and what they're doing when they get there. So I'm imagining Willow directing, as they said, Claptrap to the right-hand side to analyze a particular main node there. I imagine the nodes are sort of like these inlaid dragon shards, like the gems.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like, it's got the casing around it. It's got like metal casing that's like put it neatly into the side of the ship.
Yeah.
Like embedded it into the wall, the inner wall of the ship.
Yeah.
And then like you can open it up and check it. Like
I imagine it almost like emergency lighting from the outside, but you can like there's actually like a little panel door that you can open and then like see where it connects into the rest of the circuitry.
Yeah, I'm also imagining like it's the kind of when you twist an aperture?
Yes.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Like it can open and close, and it has like inside this little glowy node that you wouldn't have seen on the outside. It just looks like hardware, like you said, emergency lights. It's like a metal panel.
Yeah.
And then once you see it, you realize that these are actually all around the ship. Obviously, they're protected by, some sort of metal.
Yeah.
Probably the usual kind of brass metals that Willow tends to use.
Yep.
And then on the inside is the dragon shard, which is glowing, but you can tell. And I think what's going to end up happening is like everyone's situated around the ship that they pulse. Like they're not just static. You can see the light pulsing through them. And also the pulsing in this case, probably as suspected, it's both the sort of pale color of what is usually associated with the air elemental's glow, and then the orangey color of what's associated with the fire elemental's glow. And you can almost see the echo of that strange out of rhythm. Yeah. The same as the elemental ring is how it's being reflected in the nodes. And so in a really rudimentary way, Willow's explaining to everyone how to track those. Yes.
I imagine like part of the internal casing of the nodes. I think as I'm imagining it, is like arteries to capillaries to veins, that sort of thing. So there's like a proper like circulation system, and we're looking at like key pulse points, so like where things like branch out into finer points. So you've sent the other four to like examine the key pulse points at various locations around the ship, and I imagine like when they open up the panel, we can see like, for example, Mei, who's opening up one of these things for the first time, sees that inset dragon shard in like the casing, and then all around it like elaborately inscribed are runes and arcane symbols, things like that. It's like this intricate combination of like script and machinery, very like ornate, like looking both at like an alchemical circle formula, but also the interior of a watch.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff that like you can't move, but Willow has directed all of them to like look at one specific point to watch the pace.
Yes.
I imagine that there is an intercom outlet that is within like shouting range of each key node.
Yeah. Precisely. I do like all of the shots of like, Willow's crouching next to one node, showing someone how to look at it. I imagine Claptrap's like doesn't need this tutorial. Certainly Varys could get a refresher, and May's completely new to this.
Yeah.
I love imagining her perspective of just being like, wow, you sort of didn't know that it was this complex just beneath the surface.
Yeah.
And then I'm sort of imagining in like the background of a lot of these shots, Coulton already knows this routine easy.
Yeah.
But
yep. He's listening nonetheless.
Yeah. And I think he's also
just
running
to make
his own
sure.
little...
Yeah.
I figured that he has to run his own little diagnostics as well, because he's also assessing.
Oh, for sure.
He has his own expertise about this. Willow's got technical, like, how to build it.
Yeah.
But he's been around airships since they were made, literally. So,
Yep.
So yeah, I'm sure he also has input in these situations. Like even when Willow's explaining stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Then again, we could also split, and he's like explaining stuff over there while I'm explaining stuff over here.
Yeah,
that
it
sort
might
of
be
thing. We're probably all crowded around
kind-
the same node for the initial.
Yeah, for the initial one, and then like directing. I think we see a shot of Coulton directing Varys to like the one that's on the main deck of the ship, but below the wheelhouse. Below
on
the
the
helm.
main deck, but below the wheelhouse. Gotcha. So like under the wheel?
Not under the wheel, but like a floor below. So say like in the ceiling. So like the wheelhouse is at the top floor of the ship. Coulton is at the wheel. But center of the ship, one floor down, there is another key node that like stretches from side to side. I imagine that Bjorn and Claptrap are like in sort of the living quarters decks, so inside the ship itself, while Varys is close to like the surface. I think May is also inside, like near the bottom front, like near where the cargo would be.
Okay.
So Coulton at the top, May like at the lowest point on the ship. Varys sort of on the main deck. So you've got that little sort of diamond structure in two dimensions.
3 dimensions.
So like 3 dimensions even.
Yeah, because it's the upper and lower levels too.
I
think too, as you sort of zoom out from this arrangement, you can tell it is not dissimilar from the shield star diagram shape that Willow told N to look at aboard the Storm Chaser.
So like that's the diamond from the top, and then from the side, I imagine it looks like this sort of.
In any sense, it's communicating along everything. I think the main thing that Varys remembers, he knows the shape of all of these nodes because Willow told him, probably when they were building the ship. So like a brief flashback to like the repairing the ship in Orthos at the sundown. Get like a shot of like Willow kind of wryly saying, if you're going to find a saboteur aboard the ship and they find one of these, and they kind of do like a little guilty shrug. Not guilty, but Willow sort of explaining these are also present on galleons.
Yeah.
People often, Willow sort of explaining, people often think that the only way to get to a ship is at its core. It's quite difficult. These are also integral to the ship. In short, every single part of the ship connects with every single part of the rest of the ship, and that includes the crew.
Yep.
I think before Coulson goes back to the wheel, like after everyone's situated in position, I imagine Coulson's doing a lot of calling to make sure like everyone's in the right spot, knows what to look for.
Yeah, there's a lot of like sound off and people responding in sequence.
I can picture that the last thing is like Coulson going to the wheelhouse and Willow splitting to go back down to the engine room.
Yeah.
I think when Coulson goes into the wheelhouse, just before the door closes, Willow beckons Fishdog, and Fishdog kind of whizzes past him back to Willow.
I think, like, there's, like, a little bit of a head turn as Coulson watches it leave. And then when Willow arrives in the engine room, almost immediately the intercom from the helm clicks on and says, "You ready?"
It's back on speaker. Aye, aye, Captain. Willow doesn't want to say that. Willow will just say aye, aye.
Okay. I think I want to split this up. So, we see everybody on the Krakenslayer get into position. And then we crossfade into...
Ooh! Okay. Oh no! You guys!
Yes!
Uh-oh!
Yeah, there's more people here who have to do things.
No, I love hearing about you guys, but I was about to be like, yay, the rest of the crew. Oh no, the rest of the crew.
Yeah. That's what I mean. There are other people here in precarious situations.
In danger!
The situation could be better.
At least N's okay. Am I right?
End's fine.
I'm also doing okay. I'm hanging out with my new friend.
You're not.
We crossfade into the caverns beneath Fort Fathomless as the Storm Chaser crew begin ascending one by one, accompanied by Blossom, who is going to ferry the diving suit back and forth. First up is Orkan. Puts on the helmet, descends into the depths.
Kai probably would have stopped Blossom before she left, actually, to amend the plan, because Kai's had some time to think about it.
Oh?
So before she leaves, he would join her and mention, if you can, try to bring back one of the lifeboats. We might be able to use that to carry more of the crew to the Storm Chaser without wasting so much time using the suit.
Oh, yes. That's an excellent suggestion. Orkan, we should perhaps head directly to the surface, and from there, you can get a lifeboat. And Orkan says, on it.
Kai will nod and peel off to continue assisting with blocking the elevator.
Yeah. Emma is calling out who will be up next. Kai, are you, like, checking in with Luca?
No, Kai is leaving Luca to his business. Kai does not want to disturb Luca when he may be in some very precarious positioning right now.
Yeah.
Kai's just trusting Luca to hold his position as best he's able, and Kai is going to focus on where he is at.
Okay. Good to know. Is there anything that you want to, like, check while you're still here as the crew is starting to leave, or shall I move onwards?
I think Kai is just near the elevator after, like, other than helping to, like, block it, Kai is keeping an eye on it. His primary focus really is on that elevator, and if he hears anything or sees anything, essentially just keeping an eye out for danger from the most likely source right now. But that's kind of it.
Okay. In which case, I would like you to roll a perception check.
Okay.
Nice.
16.
16. Okay. You are keeping aware and alert as the rest of the crew coordinates around you. We will cut over to Luca. Because how long you can kill time will influence...
I'm good at killing things.
How long you can waste time will determine how many of the storm chasers can get out.
Oh no, that's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, it is.
Don't worry, you just got multiple people's lives in your hands.
It's just a Friday for you, Luca.
Yeah,
I
typical.
guess.
At least you're not actively killing people.
Yeah. Woo. So, what was the last thing that happened to Luca?
I was told my son is worthless, but at least you're not as bad as him.
Yeah, it's like, go help my useless son. Go help my useless fail
Can't fuck it
son.
up any worse than he can.
Yeah. So, are you going to go help the worthless fail son?
Yes, I'm going to give him the help action, remember? So that I don't accidentally do anything ahead of time. I'll let him be the one to make the discovery.
Okay.
But we are starting in the top corner.
Yep. So 4 of the capacitors have exploded. You guys managed to narrowly avoid that. So you're starting, like, over where the explosion happened. It's like now the engine has completely shut down, or are you starting in the top right corner of this room?
One of those goes up, and Luca doesn't like that. Logic says to stay on the ground so that we don't prematurely catch a glance of the actual issue.
Okay. I will roll a perception check for Wolfie.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Not 20.
Okay, Luca, kill him.
Do you want to, as part of your help action, impose disadvantage?
Yes. Am I able to do that without giving myself away?
Make, I think you can impose disadvantage and then roll me a deception check.
Oh, okay. Yep, okay. Do it. See, that's a little better. Deception.
So the perception roll for Wolfram the Fourth is now an 11, which is significantly lower than a nat 20 for a 23.
Oh my God.
Luca, please make me a deception roll.
Does it have to be deception? Can it be a persuasion? Or does it have to be deception?
It has to be a deception.
Okay.
Because you are
Everyone blow on
being
the dice.
sneaky and duplicitous.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oof.
That's an 8.
What does he have to roll?
He has to roll an insight.
Come on, idiot.
Oh, damn.
It was on myself too.
That was a 12.
Lucas 8.
To Luca's 8. So, I would like to ask you on an 8 deception, which is not great. You are distracting, but you are suspiciously distracting. What
Okay.
do you say or do that gives cause for suspicion to be turned on you specifically?
Does it have to be a particular type of suspicion?
No, but it needs to be some kind of suspicion.
So, if I hypothetically said something like, hey, do you want to come with me to Farlin for a little while? And that's suspicious and distracting at the same time, but not necessarily indicating that I know where the problem is. Does that count?
Yes.
Something like that?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Does it?
Because you don't know where the problem is.
Yeah.
You know there's a problem, and you're trying to potentially hide it for as long as possible. Like, it's very obvious there is some kind of problem going on. You're just being a hindrance.
Mm.
The thing that is suspicious is you're hindering, not that you might know something.
Okay, so in my mind, Luca is perhaps interrupting the work to ask Wolfram if he has had any inclinations about leaving the fortress for a little while, for a little sabbatical, or maybe traveling for a little bit before he has to take over his duties, that kind of thing. Which is suspicious, but in a very particular way.
Yes, it is suspicious. It doesn't necessarily implicate you as being a saboteur here.
Yes.
Doesn't necessarily implicate you as a saboteur, but it is like a, that's a funny question to ask right now.
Yeah. Well, you know, we're alone. It's quiet.
Alone, quote unquote.
Well,
Being
like
watched.
there's a lot of space between us and them. Like, we can talk. Can they hear us? Have I got any indication that...
No, that area specifically is soundproofed because usually the noise of the fucking everything
is too many.
Is deafening.
Too many noise. Yeah. Okay, cool. So Luca's like probably like casually leaning like on the thing, not necessarily looking at it as closely as he should be, and you know, very casually asking, "Have you ever thought about taking some time away from the fortress?"
Wolfram squints at you. It's a strange thing to suggest right now.
Well, you seem uninterested in this problem.
You seem like you have an ulterior motive.
Maybe. I've come to enjoy your company. Wouldn't mind spending a little more time in it.
Ooh. Is this a persuasion or a deception check? Do you actually mean this?
Okay, here's my suggestion. I roll persuasion and deception and take the average between the two.
Sure, that's interesting.
Yeah.
God, you're
Okay.
a mess.
Yeah. Okay, so my persuasion is a natural 20.
Nat 20.
But
Ooh.
okay,
That's
let's
pretty
go.
good. I was going to say, I was going to argue, roll a persuasion check on yourself.
Well, that was a natural
Oh.
26 on me, so...
Oh God, Luca!
Convince
God
yourself
was-
that you do in fact mean it.
Okay. I mean
We
it.
can
I
do-
fully believe.
Oh my God! Something so wrong
Cool.
with you.
This has implications for everything that will happen from here on out.
Hell
You
yeah!
genuinely-
No.
You, Luca, genuinely think that you enjoy Wolfram's company and that you would like to get him out of this place. You believe in your heart of hearts that there is something worthwhile about this young man.
Yep, that sounds right. That sounds entirely accurate to the actions that Luca has been taking thus far.
Yep. It's in character. You may
Yep.
now roll persuasion on Wolfram.
I just said persuasion, yeah.
That's an 18.
Oh dear.
18 is pretty good. I'm gonna roll an insight for him.
Cross your fingers, guys.
8.
Hey.
He
Oh, no.
is dubious of your intent. To be fair, he just met you today.
This is true.
Yeah, we've been friends for like 9, 12 hours. Like, that's enough to ask you to come travel with me, right?
Luca looking at Wolfram like, I can fix him. I know I can fix him.
Yeah.
I believe I can fix him.
Yeah, and
He can be fixed.
Yeah.
I am a Oath of Redemption paladin. Of course, everyone can be redeemed.
I believe it in my heart of hearts.
Shit, dude. Shit.
Fuck me,
Keep going.
man.
I'm so just gonna do crazy.
What did I even say? I've come to enjoy his company. Okay.
Yes. Which is like a very Karnath way of saying I like you.
Ew.
Hey, you can take the boy out of Karnath.
You got that like repressed Victorian proprietary.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
yeah, and like I think on an 8 insight for Wolfram, he is highly skeptical. But he doesn't think that you are lying to him. He's just like, what on earth are you talking about?
Luca leans a hand on the capacitor and kind of leans over to examine something as if he knows what he's looking at. And he says, well, for starters, who are you going to spar with if I'm not here? Skeletons?
Wolfram does a little,
Got him, ladies and gentlemen.
He's considering it.
No one's cheering, bro.
And, you know, this place is historic, but it is isolated. Luca gives a little shrug. No harm in traveling a bit before you take up your position here, I think.
or you could be stationed here.
Well, I did just say that, didn't I? Gives him a smile. Do you want me to come here? Stay with you? Stationed with you?
You make a good sparring partner, I will admit that much. But it's not exactly our decision, is it?
Well,
Besides, we have to attend to the matter at hand.
perhaps if we visit Faln, then we can make a case for ourselves.
More likely, we would have to make a case for ourselves before we ever visited. I have been away from the fortress before, for your information.
Yeah, but that was when you were younger. Luca kind of leans a little further, like his shoulders on the capacitor now. He's crossing his arms, he's looking down at Wolfram in, like, considering him as an adult. It's a different experience being out.
My father is a highly accomplished general. What could I not learn from him?
He had how many years of life in Karnath before he came here?
Wolfram pauses.
Experience is probably the best teacher, right? I understand I'm being quite forward, but I think that if you are going to be a champion of our cause, perhaps you should gain as much experience as you can before you take up your mantle.
Make another... I think I'm gonna let your 18 ride of, like, he is slowly becoming convinced. I'd like you to tell me how you stole for time. How many minutes of lollygagging do you think an 18 is worth?
Okay, so when I am diagnosing my computer for issues...
Okay.
No, I'm trying to think about this, like, fairly, you know, because I like the nitty-gritty of the mechanisms of the game. So,
Yeah.
Examining each part does take a couple of minutes on a PC.
Mm-hmm.
And this is considerably larger than a PC. So I imagine a couple of minutes times a couple of minutes. What do you think is a fair amount of time, would you say? Because to me, it'd be say 6 to 10 minutes per object. But then that also feels like a lot of time. And Wolfram does not seem like the type who would give that much time to this.
No, but Luca is helping him, so Luca can slow the pace and through conversation control that.
Do you think that is a fair amount of time? Or is that too much?
I would say that is a fair amount of time. I think you can get away with at least half an hour of careful picking.
Yeah.
Through things.
At the machine and the man, let's say.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you want to roll for a number? So maybe between
Nah.
half an hour to an hour, or no?
Nah.
Okay.
We'll do that for the next one. But for this
Okay.
first one, you at least get 30 minutes of guaranteed open time for the Storm Chaser crew to do their thing.
Nice.
At the low cost of your internal narrative.
Yeah. At
That's
the
fine, I
low
don't need
cost
that.
of betting on this losing dog.
I like dogs. That's why I summoned one.
I'm gonna roll for Orkan.
Oh, go my man.
Yes, let's cut to the cave.
Thank God. Kai, I miss you. Kai would never do this.
Can't handle that, whatever's happening in that room right now.
Kai just stabs him when he starts getting suspicious.
No, come on.
As soon as Wolfram gets suspicious, he's like, well, anyway, knife to the throat.
I tried.
I tried it. He didn't do anything.
I was here.
Fail in the background going, you didn't do anything!
Tuxedo
My
mask.
my work here is done.
He's bleeding, isn't he?
Is he talking anymore? Good.
I feel like I've made a significant impact.
Well, you're not wrong.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna roll a dexterity check for Orkan to see how well he is able to traverse in the big bulky suit. Not great.
9.
9. That's a 9. Which is rough. It takes about 15 minutes for Blossom to return with the diving suit for the next person.
Can we actually, do you guys mind re-explaining the plan? Just also because I'm following.
Okay, so the plan is the people who need to breathe, which Blossom is not, take turns using the diving suit to climb directly up to the surface, so straight line, instead of walking across the bottom of the ocean to get to the Storm Chaser. So you go from bottom of the sea to the surface, and then from the surface across the island itself, across the fortress, which is now no longer being guarded by anything, to get to the ship. The reason why Kai and Blossom walked across the bottom of the surface, which took a long time because they had to walk around the pillar of the fortress, which took extra time of navigating the bottom of the sea to get to the actual ship, is because you didn't want to be caught by skeletons prematurely.
Yeah, there's no longer skeleton lookouts, so we can use the surface and thus a lifeboat to transport the crew.
Gotcha.
Yep.
And the boat is outside the...
Right at the edge of the cave.
So after you jump into the cave and then surface again, that's where the boat is, right? You jump into the cave,
Yes.
go out from the cave, and then surface on the outside sea is there. And Orkan said.
And it doesn't even need to be a lifeboat from the Storm Chaser. It can be one of the rafts from like the fortress, because they have little dinghies.
Cool. All right, sweet. Sort of anchored
Cool.
in what's happening at the moment.
The next person up will be Gardenia.
Oh yeah, she's sneaky. She's good.
Give us a dexterity check, woman. 21.
That's better. She's had experience.
Yes. Yeah. Gardenia is very practiced compared to Orkan, who is not used to wearing any kind of armor ever. Gardenia has had a lifetime of adapting to situations. So I think she takes it's only 9-10 minutes before Blossom is back again. So after Orkan and Gardenia are sent up, Emma says, Mags, you head out next. Magda is like, are you sure? Emma's like, yeah. There's a little handhold, fingers interlaced moment. Squeeze. And Mags heads over to Blossom.
Kai peers over his shoulder at that before returning his attention to the elevator.
I think Emma starts to approach you as after Mags has submerged, takes up guard position next to you on the opposite side, so you have a clear field of view covering each other.
Yeah. Kai does not say anything.
Mm-hmm. Why would he? What is Thale thinking?
Honestly, I think Thale is kind of quiet right now because this is not necessarily his expertise. This kind of guard dog routine is more of a Kai thing. I think, honestly, what Thale is doing is kind of the mental equivalent of nervously pacing and trying to figure out where N is. That's kind of what Thale is doing in the background. Is trying to kind of do a self-examination, a self-diagnosis in this kind of moment of stillness. Not for him. As I said, he is nervously pacing, but it's there's nothing else preoccupying my mind, so I can go down the anxiety rabbit hole and try to determine what is actually useful among these pieces.
Look at all the brain boxes, see if you can find N in any of them.
N is not in the cupboards, nor the fridge.
Perhaps the bin. Nay, not the bin.
Anyway, gonna roll from Mags's 10.
I mean, to be fair, the suit is humanoid shaped, and she is a dwarf. So I think it probably is extra clumsy for her, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think part of the struggle in navigating is, in fact, the disparity in limb length.
Blossom carrier.
I was just gonna say, imagine Blossom tucking her under her arm and she's T-posing because she can't reach the joints on the suit.
So cute. At least Mags hasn't got the same pride issues as the rest of the crew, so I feel like she'd be okay with that. Maybe.
I feel like everybody's a little bit okay with Blossom
helping them right now.
She's the doctor.
Yeah, doing kind of
undignified things.
Yeah, she's so sweet and has no concept of what is embarrassing because she's a robot.
Right.
And
love her.
5 ?
Oh my god, me too.
You focus on your new best friend.
Got a different friend to worry about. You haven't met her yet. Cool. So that's going on. Let's cut back to the time wasters.
Okay, let's do this.
So, roll another persuasion for a distraction. And I'm going to roll
Ooh,
Oh lord,
not so
but
great.
okay, no, that's not
14.
so bad.
14.
Could be,
Not my
could be
best.
worse.
Okay.
And so you succeed.
Sucker.
So he rolls perception at disadvantage.
Ooh, still
15.
pretty good. Yeah.
Still pretty good. It's still going to take a while. You're getting closer, so there is a limited amount of time.
Yep.
Roll me 2d4.
Ooh. Oh, 2.
Yeah. So you have, I would say, a minimum of 20 more minutes before anything is discovered.
A minimum?
Yes, a minimum of 20 minutes.
Luca's not doing great right now because he may have just realized he invited this guy to come and run away with him. It's fine.
Well, that's what you do for a friend.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Madam Agatha rolled 12, which I don't think is good enough to notice that you are deliberately lollygagging.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay.
But I think you are now like examining the
The wheel,
the capstan itself.
Luca does briefly try to push it on his own just to see. Is it heavy?
Make an athletics check.
That is a
Wow.
natural 27.
Natural
No.
20. You are significantly stronger than a skeleton on account of having muscles.
Oh, that'll do it.
Oh my god.
So it spins freely.
Okay.
You could just say doesn't seem to be like
Yeah,
any
I was gonna
problem
say.
with this. This is moving just fine.
Yeah. Smooth even.
Yeah.
Show off my muscles a little bit. It's okay. It's fine.
Flex.
See this strength that I learned from traveling? Wouldn't you like to have this strength too?
Your military poster goes crazy. I
Truly.
just say the
Karnath wants you.
Yeah, exactly. You doing the like saucy little push is God. Look, we'll talk after. But I was
Luca
also
has
thinking,
good
like,
posture during it as well, you know? Like
no, I know.
Oh,
It's
for
like
sure.
watching someone
Luca
at the gym.
has-
yeah.
Luca has like immaculate posture.
yeah.
Wolfram's internal
It is what
monologue.
makes him.
Oh, his posture is immaculate.
That's Luca's internal monologue. Let's be very real.
Yes.
I think Wolfram's internal monologue is good form. Anyway,
It's okay. And Agatha watching like look with her downlit horror lighting, watching Luca take the role of all of those skeletons, being like, yes, quite. That'll work. Anyway,
He does seem to be doing the work, even if he's an idiot. What are the skeletons like at the moment?
the skeletons are disarticulated and lying in piles.
Oh, Luca doesn't
So
look
you
down
are,
at all.
yeah. So you are precariously stepping between piles of bone
Yep, makes sense.
to
I'm gonna stop doing that now.
examine the
I
equipment.
got too excited.
Wolfram just like kicks them out of his way.
Of course he does. I can fix that. It's fine.
Why would he care?
I mean, I get it.
They're
They're
like-
not people anymore.
It's not
so
even like a kick. It's like the way that you nudge like a pile of dirty laundry out of your way when you're trying to get from one place to another.
Yeah. He's got problems. But who doesn't have problems in this day and age of post-war?
Yeah. So what do you think Luca is talking about to him? I think he's asking questions about like, so what is there in the outside world? Like he's
Oh my god, yes.
um,
Okay. Have we had food yet? We have, haven't we?
Yes.
We had lunch together.
A meager lunch.
Luca immediately starts describing good food.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. That's a novelty.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you don't understand, Wolfram. The taste of shellfish, when it has been properly boiled with the correct spices, it melts in your mouth, and it's flavor and color that you have never experienced.
And Wolfram's like, and this'll make me a better warrior. How? Exactly.
Luca gives him a look like, are you serious? Extends his arm, flexes his muscles.
Oh my god.
Where do you think these came from?
I think Wolfram, like, rolls his eyes a little bit. It's like,
I understand you are under strict limitations on what you can eat here, but that has hindered your gestures to him.
I think he's slightly offended by that.
I mean, you're still quite appealing in your physicality, but it could be bigger.
I think he fully misses the subtext. Why would he know? Why would he think it's subtext? Why would he understand that at all? He's a living weapon wielded by his father.
Brother,
So
so,
he's like-
am I, but come on.
He doesn't have reading comprehension. If he did, he wouldn't be the man he is today.
Exactly!
He wouldn't be a failure.
He should be more of a This is not the point.
Okay.
This
food
guy
and
has
tea.
been exclusively allowed to read, like,
military
Military
history,
strategy, and, like, math.
math, spellcraft.
He-
Propaganda, military strats,
Yes.
maths.
He has no humanities knowledge.
See, that's bad, right, Willow? That's bad.
It is.
You can't make weapons without humanities, right, Willow?
Luca, there is too much wrong with what's happening at the moment for me to wait in. Please stay alive.
Anyway, I think this 20 minutes of distraction is filled by you being like, good food will make you stronger, and Wolfram being like, doubt.
I was going to say, Luca says something like, okay, food isn't that appealing. And then he goes on to describe some of the combat he's been in since meeting Willow and
Oh.
Hen.
That will
And
definitely
so, like-
perk his interest.
Yeah, so like the fighting tournament, what was it in the like mines? What did we fight in the mines?
Yeah,
Zorn?
the Zorn.
The Zorn, that's it. So like that sort of like variation in combat has obviously made him a much more capable warrior, and he's only been like fighting for like 5 years. So imagine what an excess in that could have been done. He's only been fighting for like 6 months, really.
Yeah.
Imagine what a year of travel could do with us.
Remember Hydra, Sea Worm?
Oh my god, yeah, we fought
The
a Hydra.
fucking ship leech.
The leech,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. That's how I'm gonna flavor my distraction for the time being. Like,
Yes.
look how
Oh, I
cool
gotta
these
get-
combats have been.
I think that is definitely a much more interesting line of conversation for Wolfram, who has fought other beasts in his time as practice. There are like creatures of the northern seas here that he comes across when patrolling the region around the fortress.
Mm-hmm.
That he has fought and killed, but never anything quite as exotic as what you described.
Of course, he would say that. Oh,
I'm also speaking like exotic, which is like 100 miles south. That's Ireland.
yeah, like
Varys, my favorite exotic man.
oh yes.
The exotic climes of England.
Oh.
The balmy summer. Yep, okay, so that's continuing in the background.
Yeah.
Wretched things.
Whew, whew. 15 minutes later, Blossom returns again. Who's next? Glenn, another dwarf.
How does he take the humiliation of having to be carried?
Let's find out, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh wait, no,
find
he
out.
could. Yeah, he could roll well. My mistake.
No reason that he couldn't roll well.
Oh damn!
20.
Hey, dirty 20.
I think dirty 20. So I think
He wants to get his way from Kai as fast as possible.
I think
Understandable.
having gone through the initial troubleshooting of the first dwarf in the suit, Blossom has better advice now on how to maneuver in it by having helped Magda through it. And Glenn is ready to be out of this fucking cave. So he will also take like 9-10 minutes max for Blossom to come around again, which I think means that we have a chance for one more person to head up, and then I will start rolling for the crew, which is to say Rom can roll a d20 plus 1, as at least 3 people are now starting to work on the Storm Chaser.
You did it, Luca. Progress has begun.
I helped.
One-Eyed Will is having a hard time with the
It's okay.
suit.
He only has one eye.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Ron, please roll me a d20 plus 1.
All right. Just add 1 to this. It's an 8.
That's an 8. Okay. Well, progress is slow so far.
It's okay. They're just getting their bearings. It's fine. Take your time throwing the skeletons off of the ship. The skeleton bodies off of your ship.
Yep.
Can I suggest something too?
Yeah?
I feel like there is a sense, especially when the crew gets back on the ship, where they've never seen it like this. And they didn't have the
Yeah.
time to process the feeling of seeing it downed. So I do imagine
Yeah.
you get like a distant shot of like them sort of, you know, that sharp intake of realizing like the storm chasers floating, not in the
Yeah.
sky. Just doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
It's like seeing not a dead creature, so to speak, but it does have that, you know, it's such a majestic
It is a little
thing.
bit it is a little bit like the tragedy of seeing like a whale that has
A beach whale,
and-
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
exactly, yeah.
And needs like help getting
Yeah.
back into where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Or
so-
like a downed
yeah.
bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
like,
understandable. It's
limping.
taking time for them to kind of acclimatize and adjust and swallow their feelings, perhaps.
Yeah. I definitely think there's like a little bit of a frantic energy, but like there is that sharp inhale of like that moment of like, oh fuck, as like the weight of everything is sinking in again, even as they're trying to address the problem. The enormity of the problem is right in front of them.
And even the relief of being back on the Storm Chaser can sometimes feel like a weight because there's like still work to do. The relief
Yeah.
feels like not as strong or invigorating as it would in another circumstance, you know?
Yeah.
I would say, is it Orkan, Gardenia, Mags, and then Glenn's on the way?
Glenn has just arrived. Will is on the way. One-Eyed Will is on
Right.
the way.
No, I'm just saying, like, man, that's way too small to feel confident at all that it's
Yeah.
gonna be possible to get the ship back in the air at all.
Yeah.
So, good
Like
luck,
they're
Kai.
just it's not even like that they're trying to like figure out the shield, but it's also like assessing, okay, where are the harpoons located? Like what equipment do we have to like even just like untether ourselves from these fucking fish hooks?
Yeah, true.
So I think let's have a little internal check-in with Thale. Roll an insight check on yourself.
Oh no.
Persona
no.
Collective. What's the vibe?
What is the vibe? An 11.
Shut the fuck up.
So, I think we do get that like mental description of Thale pacing around the interior of the mindscape, starting to like nervously rifle through papers as Kai is like calm and alert.
Yeah, Thale's kind of going through the usual like mental theater haunts of Ns. Kind of starting at the apartment where baby N was sitting when Thale first made himself known to N. N's not there. So then Thale has to traverse to other places. He is avoiding the Snapdragon Theater at this time. He doesn't want to check there right away. Maybe N is somewhere else. Maybe N is somewhere less traumatic. So Thale is checking everywhere else first. Checking, going through papers, going through other places. Oh, there's a casino. We're not going to check there either. I mean, why would N go back there if N is fearing that they would transform into a monster? That makes no sense.
Yeah. We just see, like, I think shots of, you know, the Resident Evil, like, static camera shot when you transfer from room to room. We see like distant shots like from an outside perspective of Thale going through their own mind theater of all the places, all the feelings that N could be experiencing, but we also see the like swerves away of like, I don't want to look there yet. Maybe somewhere else. Maybe somewhere less troubling.
Yeah, I also imagine there's an eerie emptiness to all of it. Like, there aren't any other visages of other people and might have known in these memories.
Yeah.
They're empty, silent spaces, and is not here.
Yeah, I imagine it's very much like the set is empty because everybody's gone to lunch. Sort of feeling. It's the walking on stage like before things have been tidied away, but everything is closed.
Yeah, all the seats are empty, but here you are on the stage with the props and none of the actors.
Yep. So, we return to the Krakenslayer.
Woo!
Everybody's in position. We begin the skill challenge.
Ooh.
So, Willow, the first part of this is you finding the numbers of the pulse, basically.
Alright.
Which means that everybody needs to coordinate and give readings in time for you to take them down.
Okay.
So, I think you roll me a d6.
No?
Yes, please.
I got a 4.
Okay, that is the margin of error that you can account for.
Alright, that's okay.
So,
That's not too bad.
Coulton will lead the call, and everybody has to roll within 4, either over or under, of that number that he rolls.
Okay. Oh, okay. Ooh, okay.
What a fun way to go about it, Zeke.
Yeah.
This is just the first part. This is just to give Willow the information about what is going on.
Also inflammation. Yeah.
Okay. So, Coulton will call out to the crew to initiate the cycle. Willow, you're at the ready, taking notes. I'm going to have everybody aboard the ship roll perception as their ability to read what's going on. So, we'll start with Coulton. Rolled a 10. Good thing is, it's not a high or low roll question, it's a can you sync up question. So we have a maximum range of 14.
Yep.
And a minimum range of 6.
Okay. Middle of the road. That's...
Yeah.
Okay.
14 exactly for Varys.
Claptrap.
4 for Claptrap.
That ass can't save him now.
Rum.
That's the last one. Goodbye.
You're not wrong, but
Bjorn.
Damn. Wait, no, that's right.
that's right. It's okay.
Seven
That's
is
okay.
seven is within range, so Claptrap is
Yep,
the one
yep.
out of sync. So
Typical. May
May is also in sync. So we have, and Willow, I would like you to also roll a perception.
Does Fish Dog give me advantage?
Yes,
So
or
I'm
rather, it
equal-
gives you flat.
balanced
Yeah.
out. All right. So perception.
Yes, please.
8. Nice.
8.
Yes.
So you are 5 out of 6 are in rhythm, which I would
Mhm.
count as a success for determining this.
Woo! First one, win. Success.
So now I would like Willow to give me an Arcana check.
Disadvantage, I assume.
Fish Dog can help you with this. This is
Can
calculations.
he? Oh. okay.
Yes. This is not recalling knowledge. This is doing that.
Well, doesn't matter. Fish Dog cannot help me here. I got a nat 1. We got a success
Fuck.
followed swiftly by a nat 1 from the Artificer, which
Oof.
honestly makes sense. Ugh, that's so annoying. It all synchronized and then it
Yeah.
like fell short on me. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you run into an error and you need to basically get another data point to do your calculations.
Damn. I can imagine like the rest of the ship like I feel like Coulton got the impression like yes that worked, like his feedback, but then you get
Yeah.
the little like error message from Fen.
Yeah.
Is he gonna call? Is he gonna ask, or should I?
You
I
need
think
to.
How would he prompt me? Would he prompt?
I think he'd say, that work?
Willow will say, "Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could we try again?"
All right, another round, everybody. Calls out. Another perception. 16. You know what? Roll me another. Do you want to roll another d6 to see your new margin of error? Or should we
Okay.
keep the 4?
No. We'll roll a new one. Every new round seems like it
Yeah.
should have a new margin. New margin of error is 4.
Another 4. Well, that's
It's okay.
pretty good.
At least that's consistent. Yes.
So up to 20 and down to 12.
Yeah.
Perception for Varys.
Ah,
11.
missed.
Varys slightly too slow. 23
Ooh.
overshoot.
2 misses. Okay,
Success.
let's go beyond.
I'm gonna call because that's a matched. I'll count that as 2 successes.
Oh, because it matched.
Maybe the
exactly.
eyes were too open.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Mm. Okay.
And that's so that's 3 successes. 2 failures.
2 misses.
Willow, give me a perception check as well. Flat. 12, just on the border. That's enough to shift the balance to success. It's wonky, but it's a success. So roll another Arcana check, see if you can compute. Varys was a little slow, May a little early.
Oh, I missed it. Damn. Anyway, nevertheless, I did get a 15, a 16 technically.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I think that gives you enough to, like, with the 2 rounds of data and compensating for the, like, delays between calls, you are able to suss out the formula that will allow you to power cycle to align the elemental frequencies.
The formula only. Yeah, it's not yet implemented.
No, this is just to give you the parameters of, like, how to actually do this. This gives you the data of, like, what you need to do in the first place.
Okay. Oof.
Which does mean that you will possibly have multiple chances to try.
Okay, because we didn't fail too many times.
Yes.
We didn't actually fail at all. I only failed the first one.
Yes.
Quite dangerously.
That was just you made no progress sort of thing.
I will say
it's a question of time spent.
Yeah, just to nat up my one a little bit, I will say it did shake Willow's confidence a bit.
Yeah. I think you're feeling a bit of the, like, pressure to get this right.
Just a smidge. Yeah.
2 downed airships ringing in the back of your mind.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. The next part will now be a question of tuning the actual frequency.
Mm-hmm.
That means that you just need to have the way I've been imagining it is that because the elementals, like, create power at different frequencies, so think like radio waves or sound waves, you need to line them up in a way where they will not chaotically fall out of sync with each other. It's kind of like discordant notes. When you play like 2 notes too close on the piano next to each other and they're out of tune, it sounds really harsh and aggressive. But the further away you play those notes from each other, the more harmonious they sound together. So, as part of the frequency tuning, you are now directing the team using that 15 Arcana check. So the trick will be, I've made a little game out of this where, similar to the margin of error, everybody rolls a check, but this is to set different frequencies, and depending on how many commonalities the numbers themselves have, this is straight up fortune roll, no modifiers, will dictate how in tune the elementals are.
Okay. Ugh.
So, for example, if all of the numbers are even, that's a success. If at least 4 are synchronized, have a commonality, that will count as a success. If all of the numbers share a commonality, that's 2 successes. If they all share more than 1 commonality, for example, all of the numbers are even, all of the numbers are divisible by 2, which, being even, they would have to be.
Yeah. So is this an evens and odds? Or is this, like, is the commonality you're talking about evens and odds, or is it just evens?
It's evens or odds. So if all of the numbers are even, or if all of the numbers are odds, or multiples or factors. So for example, 3, 6, 12, 18, 15, that sort of thing. That's a commonality. If you get the same exact number, and if all of the numbers are prime or the Fibonacci sequence.
What's the Fibonacci sequence again?
1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8,
The last two numbers added to make the next one.
Right.
Yes.
In order though, like a
Not necessarily in order. We can rearrange the numbers according to, but as long as together they form at least a continuous part of the Fibonacci sequence.
What are we rolling?
We are rolling a total of 60 20s.
Cool. So I can write down the numbers and then we can suss out, like literally just suss out whether
Figure out if.
Yeah.
I love math.
pen
I love number games.
Okay, sorry, I picked up my pen so excitedly.
So did I.
I love
like,
maths puzzles.
Prime numbers.
Yeah, prime numbers. They're like one of the options for a critical success is every single number is prime.
Oh hell yeah!
From
Okay.
1 to 20.
A prime success.
Yes.
Also, I would say, what am I trying to say? I imagine that depending on which one we match on, if any, it will also help determine something about the engine that we can figure out later. It'll flavor
yes. It'll flavor
Neat.
how the like tuning sounds or looks
Right.
like.
That song you're singing.
that. True. Oh,
Yeah.
and sound production. Stop it. Okay, thank you. So now I lead this, right?
Yes. You know what? Because there are 6 characters and there's 3 players, would you each like to roll 2d20s?
Ooh.
So
No modifiers,
Mim, no modifiers, just straight d20s. Willow, you are rolling for Willow and Coulton. Mim, you are rolling for Willow and Coulton.
Okay. Zeke, you don't want to roll for Coulton? And then I roll for Willow, and then these two roll 2 each?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah? I feel wrong. We're not there yet.
Yeah, okay.
I shan't roll his dice.
So who are you guys rolling for? But we'll go in order.
Can I roll for the Fat Ass Brigade, Rummy?
Who is
Please
the fat
define
ass
them by
brigade?
name.
Claptrap and Varys.
You think Bjorn doesn't have a fat ass? I can't
Oh,
call
but
him
he's-
that. It's rude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
He's got an ass that
Exactly.
is relative to his body.
Yeah.
It's just
but
right.
I wouldn't.
There you
Yeah.
go. Nice. Okay.
I'll
Us
do
decide.
May
So
May and Bjorn then, I guess.
Yeah.
You roll
Yes.
the cuddly ones.
I'll roll first for Willow. 6.
Ooh, 6. Primes are off the
6
table.
is a good number.
Good job, Mim.
But it's even.
It's even Stevens.
Yep.
Coulton.
No, Coulton goes last. It's working
Oh,
its way
okay.
back across the board.
Rob.
So
Rob,
yep,
do
roll
one. I'll do
2d20,
one.
please.
Alright.
13.
13,
12.
12,
Rummy.
Alright. May May.
Matchy.
12.
12.
Oh,
that's good.
Divisible.
18.
18, nice.
18,
We got 6.
yeah.
6 common denominator.
13
Thank
is
you.
throwing off. 13 is.
Thanks,
Ooh,
Varys.
one.
One. Coulton got a 1.
Yeah,
That also throws it.
yeah. 1 and 13 throw
He's
it off.
number 1.
But
They're all divisible
Oh my God,
by
wait,
1.
wait,
Does that count?
Wait. No, it
No.
doesn't. As an aside,
nothing's
You just
divisible
realized-
by 1.
we just nat 1'd each other's calls.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Somehow that makes sense.
That's
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
thanks, Dice. You always know just what to say.
so. I think there's like a clash from Varys and Coulton's side of the
that's
from
Bjorn,
the nodes that Varys and Coulton are tuning. There's like a little bit of distortion, but the rest of the ship, I think, because it's they're all divisible by 6. They're all even, and 2 of them are matching. I will say that counts as a success.
Okay. Handshake, Rummy. You and I did this.
We helped.
Yeah.
Hey, how does it look for Coulton to technically like fail that?
I think like he's at the wheel and like sort of coordinating through that. and he hears he sees the like harmonics of like several of the nodes coming out together, and like sees Varys as the one playing off key. And I think he is thrown by that dissonance that makes him flub his own roll.
Okay. Was it Varys or Bjorn that rolled the off one?
It was Varys.
Because Rom rolled it.
No, it was Bjorn. Because Rom rolled.
Oh, it was Bjorn? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My mistake.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say something like, you know, getting thrown off by the impending. Being able to analyze all of the different signals at once is Coulton's job. So just in case that sounded like a Bjorn fucked up, so I fucked up. Not really. It's that Coulton should be able to
all
equalize that.
It's the multiple information sources coming in, and the one speck of dissonance like is just enough to like throw him off subtly that his own dissonance catches him by surprise.
I guess I'm just reiterating that it is actually his job at that point to be able to undissonance that, but it's hard, right? That's like part of the difficulty of the signal being
yes,
articulated or interpreted by Coulton.
Yeah.
So to make that part, it's because it's not like, oh well, if he hadn't fucked up, then I wouldn't have, because Coulton would never.
No.
Also, like, correct me if I'm wrong, this is the first time anyone's ever done something like this before.
Oh, for sure.
Not-
This is completely new in the sense of having to tune two frequencies at the same time. If it was just one, that wouldn't be a problem. Coulton is so practiced at that, of like being able to read like where exactly the signal is struggling within the ship. He has those like, he is competent in being able to tell how the ship is flying and computing. But because this is two differing signals coming in together, that's why this is a question of commonalities, not rolling good.
The synchronizing of the ship.
Yeah.
The method isn't new, but this circumstance is new.
Yes.
Cool. So
So
do I
one
try
success.
again? Oh, no, sorry.
Yeah.
What happens verbally after that? Because again, I don't know. I think I just wait in silence to see.
For the failures, I think we see Bjorn flinching away from like a little bit of a flare up in light in the node, and then Coulton also at the end of the chain like flinching as he experiences like a little bit of like kickback in the wheel, like when you're steering a car and like something suddenly tugs to the side and you like have to forcibly correct it to avoid things going wrong. And
Nice.
because again, this isn't a nat 1 in the usual sense, it's just like a general ow.
Yeah. No, yeah, cool. I guess what I'm trying to say is, how do I know what to do next? Do I, like, you know how last time when I failed it, I called out, like, he called out?
Yeah.
What's the next step is what I'm asking.
I think the next step is you you found one aspect tuned. You need to tune, I'm gonna say, let's say 5 successes before 3 failures.
Okay, cool.
Ugh.
Best of 5, eh?
And yes, best of 5. So Willow, you signal that like this aspect is successfully synchronized.
Cool. So even with
We're ready
Coulton,
for
like,
them.
flinching at the wheel, Willow will announce success. Next one.
All right. Roll your next
roll 20.
one.
I'm so
Yes.
excited. I'm so nervous.
15.
15?
Rummy,
All right, Bjorn.
let's get 5s up in here. That's
1.
5.
It's a 1.
It's okay. We're odds.
Varys.
Mm-hmm.
15.
15.
15, that's a
Matchy.
match.
Maybe.
Let's go green leaf.
15.
Hey.
3 15s, that's really good.
12.
Boo!
12.
Claptrap,
Well.
what are you doing?
He's consistent. That's what he rolled in the last one.
That's true.
Not helpful here, though. 14.
14.
So
And
what we have 3 of the same number.
Yes.
And 4 of them are divisible by 3.
That's what I was gonna say, yeah.
I'm gonna call that a mixed success, like a partial success.
So in terms of best of 5, is that a half?
Yeah.
Like in stacking up to 5 wins, right? So we've got 1.5
Yeah.
at the moment.
But we've also got half a failure.
Oh,
I would
right.
say that it doesn't count as half. Only a full failure counts as a failure.
Okay. That's fair.
Okay. So
A partial success is still a success. It's just like a. So
Not as clean.
yeah.
So I'll say win, fail. We've got a little table that I just made in my book. We got 1 win and a half.
Mm-hmm.
No outright failures as yet.
Yes. I think there's a little more of that discord as some of what was it? Bjorn, Varys. No, it was Varys and May and Willow were all perfectly in sync, which is funny. The newbies.
Yeah.
I mean, it's her first time in an airship, and this is his first.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have experience to contend with, which I think is interesting.
Yeah.
Also, you could say it's something about the professional compensating for the new people.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting. Yeah.
Should we go again? This is so exciting.
Yeah.
I reckon. I think Willow would just say again.
Yeah.
17. Tricky one.
That's a prime number.
Okay. Bjorn.
1.
That's a prime number. Not a prime,
Oh, no.
even.
Nope.
That's out of sync.
Who
was
rolled that?
Varys.
10.
The
Varys,
Varys.
right?
Mimi.
12. Okay,
12.
she's keeping with. Oh no, sorry, she rolled 15.
20
Damn.
and an 11 from Coulson.
Okay, so that's
We got a lot of
1,
primes.
2, 3 primes and 3 evens. I think that's a neutral, no progress made failure. Nothing was
Failure?
broken. Yeah, nothing was broken, but nothing has been gained either.
So, but that counts as a failure.
Yes. The first failure is free. The first failure has no consequence.
Are you sure? I've added it to the fail.
Yes. Because every single one that does fail after this will have a consequence.
Okay. 3 failures or 5 wins is what we're going to, yeah?
Yeah.
Whichever we get to first. All right. I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. Let's do this quick. Willow goes again. Rolls a 3.
All right. Bjorn.
3.
Okay.
Varys. 16.
16,
All right. Mimi.
12.
12.
By 3.
12 is good.
That's a D100. I'm so sorry. Ignore that.
That's not right.
That's the same
I
one
don't
again.
think-
Never mind me.
Okay.
And Coulson? I'm very
Crap,
confused.
does
just
a
then.
cartwheel.
Okay,
16.
16.
Okay, 2 16s
2 3.
2
Um,
3s.
and the 4 goes into 16 and 16.
Yeah, and then the 3s are
Yeah.
divisible into 12. Does that count?
And the 4 goes into 12.
And they're all. Oh,
They need to be commonalities shared by at least 4 numbers.
yeah,
So,
not half. Is that a fail?
no, because you did get 4 numbers
That are the
that
same
match
number.
up. Yes,
Oh,
this counts as
divisible
a
by 4.
success.
Yeah,
Yes.
because they're so synchronized. Like everyone is connected to another one in some way. You know what I mean? It feels
Yeah.
like
Yes.
Cool. Let's go again.
yeah.
So this is 2
4.
successes.
Okay. Bjorn.
5. If we get a sequence, does that count?
Yeah.
Like Yahtzee. 13.
Well, you ruined
Not
it, so I
quite.
guess we'll never know.
Varys ruined it.
Come on, Greenleaf. 17.
17. 5, 13, and 17 are primes. 19 is also a prime, so we have 4 primes.
Okay.
Come on,
okay.
Colton. Come on, Colton. Bring us home.
15? No,
15.
but that's fine.
Not a prime.
But they're bunch of unevens. Odds.
Very close.
But they're all that's 5 odds and 4 primes, so
4
I'm gonna
primes,
call
that's
that
a
another
success.
success. So that's
Yes.
3 successes.
Let's go. I'm so hyped.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. We have 1, 2, 3.5 wins.
Yes.
Okay. Willow is feeling the energy stacking up in this, like it's surmounting.
Yes.
They got a call
Like-
again.
Good. Positive.
Facts.
12.
12.
Okay.
Bjorn.
7.
7.
17.
17.
Maybe.
15.
15.
19. Come on, Coulson. Bring us home again. 20.
20.
20.
3.
4
4
odds.
of them are odd.
4 of them are odd.
Is that enough?
I think that's a partial success.
Okay, so we've evened out that other.
Yeah, would those 2 partial successes now make 1 success? And bring us up to 4? Or are we not doing it like that?
That's how I
Um,
assumed.
I'm gonna say that partial successes cause no loss, but they do not gain you anything.
Okay.
Oh, so I get rid of that other half?
yeah. I think that's fair.
Okay, no, that's more fair. I was about to say, because I'm like, oh, we're about to nail it then. All right, cool. So we made no progress. All good?
Yes.
We didn't lose progress.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Gosh, Willow's getting a bit sweaty, I think. Again?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm getting sweaty.
15.
15. Bjorn.
3.
3.
Varys. 9.
9.
Divisible.
Maybe.
Divisible.
Maybe.
Divisible.
18.
Divisible.
No!
8.
Oh, the claptrap again!
That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We
Come on,
can have
Coulson,
1
Coulson.
failure.
Oh.
8.
Oh no.
Fuck.
It's fine. It's fine. It's
So
okay.
it's 15, 3, 9, 18 are matched. So that is 1 success.
Okay.
That's a success.
Yes, because you can have. You need at least 4 to share
4
1
matchy-matchy.
commonality.
Okay,
cool.
fellas. This might be our last one.
Oh,
Or
let's
our
do it,
first
boys.
proper failure. Willow is seeing it very much like teetering at the edge of like this is just
Yeah.
about to synchronize. I feel like the room is glowing. Like the room has
Oh,
a
yeah.
particular glow that Willow can tell it's not just in the what's right in front of them because they're working with
Yeah.
the nitty-gritty of the engine. I also feel like they
Yeah.
might be I think they're on their back looking up.
Yeah, I
moment?
think you are like deep into the guts of like the workings. You are like manually adjusting things.
Mm-hmm.
You feel
Cool.
I
very
am
close to
elbow deep
synchronization.
in the
Yeah.
Yes, and you can see it. I think Willow looks up around the room and you can see that the elementals are shining a bit differently.
Yeah.
Like they're
There's
bouncing
like
off each other.
there's a slightly different pulse to the air where like before
Yeah.
there was like this almost like distortion,
Mm.
like noise, and it's slowly becoming clearer.
It's resonating.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Okay. Ooh, I wonder if anyone else is seeing this. Just before, can I ask? Can everyone roll a perception? Just because I want to see if they do see
Sure.
this moment specifically. I think this is important.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah.
I'll roll perception for everybody.
Oh,
Varys got a nat 20. Meme got a 7.
This is
Maybe
different
doesn't
for an
know
airship.
shit.
This is her first time on an airship.
Bjorn got a 3.
Bjorn's having an anxiety attack.
What are these
Come
twos? I rolled
They're
3
focused.
2s in a row. They're focused. They're
on what they're
focused.
doing.
Focus, yeah. Varys
And
has that like
lastly-
innate connection because he has the mark of the storm, so he can like
No.
feel it, you know?
You know, keen-eyed Varys. What have we always said about him? Coulton rolled
11.
an 11.
I think Coulton is like in the flow state of like trying to get it, but I will say
He's
I
focused.
I think Coulton is highly focused, but in the last few rounds, Coulton has been one of the outliers that has broken the sequence. He has not been in harmony, and I think we see like a little bit of that like frustration of like Coulton does not feel comfortable around these people. They are ostensibly people that he's known for a very long time. That like he should be able to trust, that he should be able to resonate with, but he's not.
Oh no. And Willow.
And Willow.
And everything that comes with that.
Ultimately, at the core of everything, quite literally at the moment, this call is set off by me. Why would he sync to it? It's me.
Yeah.
You know, like even if he knows that it's reasonable to do at the moment. Can't fight past 5 years of hating my guts and distrusting everything I do. Last time I did this, I sunk his ship.
Yep.
Thank you for the perception rolls.
You and him were also like the epitome of synchronization when you were together. So that has been like broken in him. So trying to even like force it, rough. I lost what I was going to say, but that was the gist of it, you know?
Yeah. It's rough. This is a situation, and unfortunately I did drag his whole crew with me.
Yeah. What's it like being a captain that can't resonate with his crew?
Oh, rough.
What's
buddy.
it like feeling like an outsider among
your
your own
own-
people?
On your ship, you know?
Gee, I
You are
wonder.
no longer welcome here.
Gee, I
Uh-oh.
fucking wonder.
Yep.
Damn, that sucks. Must be rough.
Mhm.
Willow says, in a bout of... While Coulton is sitting there, you know, feeling that, and I don't think it's a conscious thought, but it is like a, for reasons I am not syncing up with this fucking shit, yeah? And Willow calls out, last one. 13.
13.
Hey, Bjorn.
11.
11.
2 primes, 2
Odds.
odds.
2.
2 is a prime number.
Yep.
All right. Meme.
1.
1 is a
One.
prime number.
9.
9 is
prime
not
number.
a prime number.
It is odd. Last one, Coulton, let's go. 5.
5 is a prime number.
Oh, 5 is a prime number.
All
Yeah,
right.
5 primes. 5 primes.
5 primes
5
and 5
primes.
odds.
And 5
5
odds.
primes,
That is a
burgers and
success.
Hey, what do you mean? He synchronized at the last second there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Interesting, Prince Brightland. Interesting.
And I think because this is specifically prime numbers synchronization at the last second, this is not a regular time signature of a pulse. This, yeah.
That's all.
That's the title of the episode. Just jazz in capitals.
Everyone,
Jazz, all
spirit
caps,
fingers.
10 explanation.
What does it look like?
Hmm.
We can decide this together, actually. Actually, can I tell
Yeah.
you what it looks like from Willow's perspective?
Yeah, tell me.
All right. So Willow's like underneath the engine. They're working on their back. Fishdog is there. I think Fishdog sees the glow of the elemental engine as the coils. You mentioned the coils. They finally fall into this strange new abstract way of being in sync. Like they're finally they're not even following each other. They're moving independently together.
But there is a commonality. There is a resonance.
Yeah. And then I think they glow in a particular way. Like now that they've found the beat that they're going to, it's not a steady beat. It's jazz. But nevertheless, like the whole ship begins to see it. Willow sees it first, like you see the first pulse in there, and then like the particular beat that it's taking, and then like as in the order of the people we went through. So what was it? Willow. Who was next?
Willow.
Bjorn.
Bjorn. Varys.
May.
Claptrap.
Coulton.
And then Coulton. First of all, Varys is nat 20 from before. He sees it and he knows it. I feel like he's like he fully comprehends what just happened.
Yeah, I think we see like the little like fluff of like goosebumps, like a little breeze has ruffled Varys's hair spontaneously as like the mark of the storm on the inside of his wrist also glows in harmony with the elemental engines. There's like a moment of like connection where he's like, oh,
the ship is speaking to me.
Yeah.
Like I am connected to this innately.
It's not just the ship is speaking to me, I can understand what it's saying.
He's also fallen into the rhythm, which means, and if his little wrist dragon mark has connected to the ship in such a way, how's Coulton feeling?
I think what we see is like a moment of darkness as the ship goes through like under a cloud. Everything is obscured, and then a bright flaring pulse as like a wave of energy resonates out through the elemental matrix, and Coulton strikes back like just at the right time. And we see the flare glow of his enormous dragon mark light up iridescent blue on his chest. And for a second, the like shadows around his eyes are gone. He is illuminated from within. This is his element as much as it is yours.
One might even say it's ours. I am gnawing at the bars of my enclosures. I genuinely feel like, you know, all of the you mentioned before, he's feeling doubtful about the rest of the ship.
Yeah.
There is something baked into this feeling that transcends thinking.
Oh yeah.
And I'm imagining you hear such a loud, resounding, distant yes from Willow in the engine room, like a yes shouted over the intercom, but it echoes through the rest of the ship, like just from the volume of them in the room. And hey, how does that? I just got a particular image in my mind of how Coulton responds to the surge.
You tell me. You can.
I can?
Yeah.
There is a particular look I'm imagining. Willow is beaming. Yeah?
Yeah.
Willow is on their feet in a second, probably just looking at everything in the room, just like basking in they made it. We did it.
Yeah.
Like, we did it. Yeah?
Yeah.
And that like resonates across the ship. Some of us are catching it more than others. But then like Willow looking at the elemental engine, full on Willow grin. Coulton upstairs holding the wheel, full dragon mark glowing, also grinning.
Yeah.
As it's pedal to the metal, it fucking works.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking
Let's
go.
fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
I think there is like a crow of delight, and everybody aboard the ship hears, "Hold on to your fucking life!" As there's like the new synchrony kicks in, and like Coulton basically, like, I'm imagining, like, revs the throttle of the dual core, and there's like a and you take off at new speeds. This is not simply the additive two elementals pulling the same ship. This is a multiplying rhythm. This is something that, like, doesn't just sustain momentum, but generates it.
Ooh.
After the two of you, like, call out in, like, delight and excitement, there are, like, scattered cheers from around the crew as, like, they gradually make their way back in towards it. Next stop, Fort Fathomless.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Not only is it our ship, but we did it, guys.
We did that. We did that.
Wee!
Wee! Everyone, wee! Bro, standing under the elemental ring is... I know. Oh, I love the idea too, like Mei. It's her, like, I feel like, you know, they've been on the airship, they felt the moment when we took off. It was all very cool.
Mm-hmm.
This is like that first moment of like the exhilarating rush of, oh, airships. Sky pirates. I just, like, it's one thing to know it and think it's cool. It's another thing to feel it and be like, holy shit, this is it. You know?
I can imagine, like, this scene of the Krakenslayer, you know, bolting through the air so fast that it surpasses a cloud, and we see, like, a shadow move off of Mei's face and her eyes widen with a sparkle, her hair is whipping, and you can see on her face just, like, becoming enlightened to the experience of an airship.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I love them. I love my crew. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Oh, we were just bouncing around in the freaking...
I think you're, like, fully, like,
engine
bouncing, dancing with Fish Dog.
No, literally, I was about to say.
You're doing a full little dance.
Willow's little clicky clackies around the room. Willow is trying to figure out how to follow its pace. It's making such a distinct pace. That's what the ship is doing at the moment.
Yeah. Freestyle jazz.
This cool, awesome scene, and it's just that dog. Man.
Yay! Nicely done.
Nicely done.
Congratulations.
I'm gonna give, like, a little cutaway shot of, like, what's happening in the meantime as we, like, turn from Mei's, like, starstruck,
that's the word,
sky-eyed look of wonder at the ship. And then we see, like, a little gathering of the crew members. We see, like, little, almost interview shots of each one of the oldies in turn.
Oh no! Maybe!
We hear Varys say, "I'm afraid I'm just as new here as you." Then Claptrap, who is sort of basking in the moment, like, very proud, like, hands on hips, admiring the work, and, like, as an aside says, "Sounds cool."
He's a simple man with simple
Thanks, Claptrap.
And then we see Bjorn.
Oh, Bjorn.
Who is smiling and was probably, like, humming a little tune, and then looks taken off guard, sort of rubs the back of his neck and says, I think it was Fenn's idea.
He rolled a 10 charisma. What's that about?
Mei squints.
Mei rolled a 4?
Mei rolled a 4 insight. But, maybe that's just it? Maybe the Storm Chaser is just called that because Fen named it that. It's a cool name.
I just keep winning. Oh yeah. Get wrecked, kid. Enjoy your excursion. I'm also gonna say, I don't think Willow or Coulton should leave their station at the moment. I think this is we need to actually stay where we are.
Yeah.
So like I don't get to run out and do anything. I think in a second with Willow dancing around the elemental, they're gonna be like, oh, there's a thing I need to stabilize. I got it right the first time. Now it's fortify.
Yeah.
Make sure it doesn't go haywire. And lock it in place now that it's there and write down what needs to be written down. So I will not be moving from this place just in the same way as Coulton won't be moving from his wheel. Almost like we're still communicating anyway. Anyway, don't worry about it.
Coulton will roll a piloting check.
Yeah, boy. Can he roll flat because he was...
Can this give him advantage? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this moment is like so powerful.
That's a 23.
Damn!
So, 23 piloting check for Coulton to harness this momentum as you are fortifying your newfound frequency tuning of these two elementals.
For all intents and purposes, that should not have worked.
Willow, roll me a Tinker's Tool check.
Flat because of fish dog?
Yes. Nat 20 for a 30!
Wow. Wow.
All those nat ones were building up to this moment.
I think you get a bonus from that.
Yeah.
Hey.
What I thought. Beg your pardon?
Incredible fucking success. What do you want out of this?
Oh my god, what a thing to ask. I rolled a 30.
You did a natural 30.
What was the line? Like 5? What about 15 or something?
Yeah.
It was 10.
Yes!
How about 15? Oh, I see. So, what was our speed increase to?
The initial speed of the dual engine before any of the tinkering, so like what you had at the right out the sort of like out of the garage was 20, which was 10 plus 10.
Mm-hmm.
We get multiplied now.
The synchronization you had when you realized they were at an offset rhythm and could be like tuned closer. That first one when you were like before you had the encounter with Mei and the bird.
Mm-hmm.
That was like a subtle increase of like 21, 22 because it then fell out of sync again. So what do you think a natural 30 is worth?
Well, at least up to a 25. At the very least, up to 25 consistent.
Yeah. Do we want to say that your absolute top speed is now 30 miles per hour?
Is that fair? Because how much sooner would we get there?
That's a good question.
Because what I was going to suggest was either I take a lower speed and I take different inferences from this, or I take the highest speed and I take less inferences away from this. However, I must say I will not be able to stop myself, Mim, from thinking about implications. So is a 30, is bumping it all the way up, so 10 plus 10 plus 10, is that fair?
I think that's fair.
And how much sooner would we get there was my next question.
I'm gonna say that it's about 5 or 6 p.m.
If you did 30 miles an hour, it would take 3 hours now to get there.
Yeah.
Down from 6 or 8?
Down from 6. down
we
from
half
8,
the
I
time.
think.
Yeah.
And technically, you would get here sooner than the initial time that was then lost due to repairs. You would get here a whole hour earlier. You would arrive at.
Haha.
That's if you're going at top speed.
Funny.
Yeah.
You know what I think
That's
the
very
logic is?
Willow core.
What I think the logic is, my Tinker's Tools check is to fortify so that we can maintain pedal to the metal.
Mm-hmm.
If a 30 Tinker's Tools check, a natural 30, is enough to make it so that Willow fortifies it so that basically we can go at full pelt the entire time.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is. Of course, there are implications attached to that in the sense of, we've just made a turbo fire dual engine.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. There is a lot kind of swirling around in that.
And you didn't have to, push yourselves to do it. You managed to do it by just teamwork. I think that is significant to Willow. That, you had in mind, okay, if this doesn't work, we might need to, give it a jump start with spell slots or something.
Yeah.
But you didn't need to.
Not only with just a small crew, as I mentioned at the start, but also with a very new crew.
Yeah.
That's the implications of this are wild. Actually.
Yeah.
And I will say, I'm not sure if Willow gets any particular images. I think we, as an audience, sort of get this impression of... There's a scene that Willow there's a scene that Willow was assailed by last time they were in this room, when they bumped up the speed last time. And, a kind of flurry of memories and thoughts. I do think there is a brief cutaway to just a shot of Fen and Coulton as well, fortifying Willow's armor. There was a shot of that in a previous episode just before Willow sped up the engine before. I think it lingers a little bit longer on that thought. Coulton is sort of glowing and mustering up storm energy and then firing directly at Fen. Their armor, it's following all the conduits in quite a similar way as this ship just did that from the core engine. Just a little glimpse of it. That's all. I think there is a moment as Willow begins to settle, maybe just after that little glimpse of a memory of it's not just that though. It's every moment that resonance has happened aboard the ship. And it's not just between them and Coulton. It's the entire crew. That's important as well. Not only that, the moment of resonance with the ephemeral chaos crew at Skyshriek when we got the elemental. It's not dissimilar. I do think there is a moment where Willow has both of their hands on either side of the elemental engine tube casing. Again, sort of trying to acclimatize to this new and exciting rhythm that it's making and the implications for new and exciting technology that it's harnessing. And there is a small compulsion to reach for that intercom and say something. But I think Willow decides they don't know what to say with words that isn't said better than this. A nat 20, nat 30 Tinker's Tools check. And so with a kind of comfort about it, Willow decides that they will just keep working.
Yeah.
And the work will speak for itself.
Yeah. And then on that lovely image of harmony, we unfortunately cut back
To a different kind of harmony, am I right?
No! I was wondering. I'm like, that's so funny. Here's our lovely, beautiful engine working perfectly well. State of the art, brand new. Anyway, back to your shitty, horrible, awful place.
Luca, Falcon turn.
Yep.
Luca,
And the
Falcon sitting
rotting
right underneath my nat
carcass.
20.
The no good, very bad Fort Fathomless.
Yeah.
The rotting carcass known as Wolfrin.
Excuse me, that is my father.
I'm gonna sit back and just watch now. We'll be there in 3 hours. Hold tight. Don't die. Mwah.
Okay.
Jazz.
I might have a new friend for us.
Huh?
Never mind.
That's what I thought.
Okay. I believe, Luca, you can roll one more persuasion check to try and dilly-dally.
I'm so nervous. 14.
14.
The feeling of high that we just had. Oh, was that the same one that we rolled before?
I think it is.
Yeah.
It's an 8.
So, yeah.
That was an 8 from Wolfrin.
Yeah. And a 14 from Luca, and he has disadvantage on perception. That's a 6.
You're very distracting, Luca.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, that made me
Madam
sick.
Agatha. Yeah.
Oh, no,
Madam
I beat
Agatha
it.
nearly rolled an 18.
And a natural
But
20.
instead she rolled a natural 20. Instead she rolled a 14. And I think the Castellan will also.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
Castellan rolls a 17. I think, Luca, what else are you talking about? Like, I think you're continuing to talk about the monsters that you fought.
Yes, honestly, that seems to be keeping him engaged. And I feel like I have enough stories, and Luca is a good enough storyteller that he could probably keep that going for a little while.
Yes. I think as you are continuing this talk, as you are slowly making your way, as slowly as possible, truly, examining the component parts, Wolfrin suddenly stands at attention.
Oh.
Give me an insight check, Luca.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be sick. The tonal whiplash is the worst. That's 13.
You believe that he has just gotten a message.
Yes. Okay.
And Wolfrin says, my father wants to know how we are progressing to report back in.
Does that mean we going back, or are we reporting from here?
I think Wolfrin is walking back towards
Okay. Fuck.
the control room.
Can I,
Thoroughly examining everything, Luca. Fine.
Yeah, we were being really thorough. It's okay. Fuck. I'm not gonna die.
Okay. Also I'm going to roll another perception check at disadvantage to see if he'll notice. 10. How difficult do you think it is to notice the flooding in this corner?
It's gotten pretty bad, I assume, by now.
Yeah. Luca, also roll me a perception check.
Perception. That is a 19.
You definitely see the flooding in the corner. You now know where the sabotage is exactly.
Okay. Fuck.
And you can't unknow.
Yep.
You can't unsee the problem.
God, I unknow everything, apparently, except for this. It's fine.
The unknowing wasn't even your choice.
That's true. That's true. Come on, let's go. Let's go, friend. Oh.
The two of you return to the control room. Castellan is awaiting.
What does his expression look like?
Well, give me another insight check.
Yep, okay. It's a natural 24.
Ooh. You got an X-ray on him.
So, on the surface, he appears like calm and impassive and stern. But there are little tells. You can see his hair is like slightly disheveled from where he's been running a hand through it. You can see like a little bead of sweat by his brow. And when he calls report, there is a sharpness in his voice that belies tremendous frustration and irritation, barely contained.
Do I get the feeling he has any of that directed towards me, or just at the situation?
I think you are not immune from it. It is not directed at you specifically in this moment.
Okay.
But you are certainly not beyond being a target for his ire.
My perception for the cooling stuff was 19, right?
Yes.
And from the outside, you cannot see any of the issues, right?
No, you can see that it is flooding, and you can see that like there is clearly a problem here. That's just to notice the outside of the problem. Like, it is clearly leaking substantially, but you don't know what the exact problem is.
And I spent, would you say, under an hour or over an hour, roughly, with Wolfram busy work?
About an hour.
Okay, just so around an hour. Okay. Luca does wait for Wolfram to give his report.
Wolfram reports. The most significant damage is to the capacitors. 4 of them have triggered a malfunction and exploded, frying out the circuitry entirely. The capstan is unaffected. We were thorough in examining every aspect. The last 2 capacitors are undamaged. And Grimald III says, "Is that all?" Wolfram says, "Sir." Glances at Luca.
Can I do a quick little insight check on Madame Agatha as well? Just want to...
Sure.
Get a read on her as well. That's a
Damn.
21.
She is cautiously, or like, not cautiously. She is watching you from a distance. She also is looking like she's been hard at work. She is not as frazzled necessarily as the Castellan. But there is a certain degree of like the weariness of you've been focusing very closely on a task for a significant amount of time.
Okay. Luca is going to take a calculated risk to ensure his own safety at the moment. He bows his head slightly to the Castellan and then straightens up. I believe as I spent more time on the west side of the facility, I was able to notice a leak in one of the components. I'm sorry, I'm not sure what it's called. We haven't examined it yet.
A leak?
There is some flooding on the ground, I noticed. I'm not sure if that's common, but the amount was concerning.
Take me to it immediately.
Yeah, Luca will
There's
lead.
a slight twitch.
Yeah, Luca will lead him directly. Stand. Yep. It's for his own protection. Thanks, En. Sorry, En.
No, it's fine.
Sorry yourself. Sorry, Wolfrin. You just went up to him before his dad.
I know, that felt bad. Leans into Wolfrin slightly. Is this normal?
Gives you a side eye of like, what do you fucking think?
I don't know. I don't know these machines.
Why didn't you point that out to me?
I only noticed it when we got to the stairs.
Yeah, the Castellan will make an investigation check. Or rather, he will assist in Madame Agatha, who is slimmer and more able to get in close. For an investigation check.
Ooh.
23. I would say that's pretty significant.
Ugh.
Yeah. That's a good success level.
But is she halfling sized?
Fair point.
Fair point. Yeah. She, like, pricks her ears forward and peers into the gloom with her dark vision, superior dark vision.
Oh.
She's the only one with it. And after some careful investigation, the Castellan sends, like, some magic motes of light to illuminate parts of it. Madame Agatha reports back. I can see several punctures in the tanks. They do not look like ordinary wear and tear.
Fuck.
It seems something, or perhaps someone, has deliberately damaged the cooling tanks.
Well, it can't be me. I told you about them.
You've been under surveillance this whole time.
Yeah, you've been here the entire
I
time.
have.
And you're too big to fit back there.
Honestly.
Yeah. Entirely too broad to fit back in there in any dimension. Head too big.
Aw. Ass too fat.
Yeah. You know, like how some dogs have really big heads?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
kitties.
I think you see the Castellan grit his teeth. Look to you, Luca. And look back at his son.
Fuck.
You haven't been down here recently? And Wolfram replies, No, sir, I have not been down here since you last ordered me to go. In that case, it seems like we might have a rat. Perhaps you were not thorough enough in ensuring the ship did not have any additional stowaways that you missed?
Fuck.
Wolfram reports, if there had been any stowaways, the coterie of skeletons left behind would have captured them, surely.
They tried.
Oh boy, did they try. Oh my god, did they try.
The Castellan arches an eyebrow. Then how do you suggest this could have happened? You're not implying that one of the prisoners that is below us escaped? Wolfram says uncomfortably, I can secure them now. His father sort of Tisks irritatedly. Do so. And bring Falcatone with you. Then, look at make a deception check real quick.
Oh, God.
I'm praying for you. For your success. Okay.
Oh!
Madam Agatha!
So that was a 15 deception.
And Madam Agatha rolled a 17 insight. I think this is not a deliberate lie by any means. This is like trying to keep a neutral face.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Madam Agatha catches you flinch. And she says, Master, Sir Falcon came in with the prisoners. Perhaps we should inquire him about further information before we venture blindly forth. Romuald III says, You said that you were traveling with them. How did it come to be?
But hasn't he already told him that?
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
Or did he tell Wolfrin? Is this a test?
Yeah, I
Shit.
think this is a test. I was brought aboard the ship for my combat abilities, and they were offering me passage to Karnath.
What do you know of the crew's abilities? What weaponry or magic do they have access to?
The crew on the large ship.
Yes, the airship that is now floating outside this fortress.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. There were several women with hand-to-hand combat capabilities. A woman with a mark of the storm. A dwarf woman who seemed to be quite physically capable. Looks thoughtful, like he's trying to remember.
Madam Agatha asks, anybody with arcane capabilities?
Mine are Eldritch, not Arcane, so.
I believe there was a member of the Thorani house.
I think the Castellan hears the Thorani comment and says, a paid entertainer.
Yes! Yes! Oh,
That's what they
my
call
God.
me.
Oh, that's so funny.
Does he not know?
serious.
Wolfriend, this is what happens when you don't leave your fortress.
You end up like father over here. They brought a jester. For what purpose would a pirate ship have a jester? Bunch of clowns. That jester got into your bloody cooling system, so.
I don't see how an illusionist could have caused such problems. Who else was there?
Well, there was a man. He seemed very average. If handsome.
No, he's never gonna let Wolfrin go hang out with you.
There were several members of the crew I did not interact with or have knowledge of, however. So it is possible there was someone with power that I do not know.
Frustrating. Who among them is the leader?
The woman with the dragon mark.
He nods. What happened to make the airship fall?
There was some strange storm. I'm not entirely sure. The ring of magic disappeared.
Perhaps it is not a person that we have to contend with, but some other sort of creature.
You have no idea.
Yeah, my little guy.
Hell yeah.
The
That's my
N
little
in
creature.
Luca's brain. It's just like adding like commentary.
We found N.
Yeah, in my brain, because there's so much space.
It's like, all right, I'm out.
Kicks up my feet in Luca's.
I need some fresh air. Goes to Luca's brain.
In the hollow walnut.
Yeah.
I think the Castellan will make an insight check on Luca.
Oh, fuck.
23.
Oh, Lord above.
I mean, it's not a lie.
Luca, give me a persuasion check to lie by omission.
I can't look. What is it?
14.
What is it? Oh, no.
9 below.
Do you want to use an inspiration?
Does inspiration re-roll or additional?
Yes.
I can't re-roll. Okay.
But then you could roll lower. You could roll way lower. Not like that is how we do it.
I mean, like,
But-
you have
Roll lower
like,
than a 6?
Yeah, we roll lower than an 8. So, like, you have a
I'm
good
just-
chance of rolling higher than
Yeah,
an 8.
math says
There are
there is more highs than lowers, so
Okay.
I
Sorry,
will
I come
take
from
an
a very nat one
inspiration.
territory.
So, okay. I'll write that
I
down
wish you so
later.
much. Not that.
Okay,
I
I'm
claim all
closing
the
my
nat
eyes
one, so
again.
you can only roll high. Okay, I'm closing my eyes too.
Inspiration basically gives you one free advantage, one lower. So
What
we'll
is it?
stick with the 14. It's a 13.
Oh no, that's
One
bad.
lower. One lower.
Told ya.
I mean, it's not a nat
It's-
1.
Yeah, it could have been worse. It could have been worse.
It's statistically unlikely.
Yeah, that's what I don't like. The math doesn't lie, unfortunately, and it did say we could get this outcome. So, what does the Castellan see when he looks at my silly little face? Deception.
Yeah, I think the
Disgrace.
Castellan leans in and says, "Your story has been somewhat suspicious since you arrived. I think there is more to your association with the pirates, and there is more to your presence here than mere happenstance. And I would suggest that you do not lie to me." And that's where we'll end today's episode.
Oh no! Yuck! You just have to hold that?